Hi, welcome to the Handyverse and the next part of our laundry room makeover. It's taking us a while to get here, but we're getting there slowly. We had some help in this step. We're framing in the walls, and we're going to show you how we did it. Stick with us. Okay, so if you've seen any of our other videos, you've seen this model before. This is the layout of our laundry room. These two walls here are pre-existing. The two that we need to get framed in are this wall along here and then this wall by the stairs. There'll be a doorway here into our den / rec area. It's not really anything right now, it's just the rest of the basement, but that's what it's going to be. And then under the stairs here, we're leaving a little nook for the kitty litter to live. Unfortunately, I didn't get a whole lot of footage with Dad. We ran into some problems, and it ended up not just in the laundry room, but the electrical work that we had to redo led us all the way up into the kitchen, and we had to rip apart a few things up there too. So we left the cameras off for a lot of it, but we do have this time lapse, so we'll take you through that, and then I'll walk you through some of the points. If this is your first time joining us, we invite you to subscribe so you can see the finished project. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever we post a video. One of the questions that's going to come up whenever you're framing anything is, are you going to use nails or are you going to use screws? This will be a point of contention, I'm sure, and if you have a comment on it, leave it down below and let us hear your thoughts. What we used were screws, and the reasons we did that were we were building the frame in place rather than building it, say, on the floor, lifting it up and installing it. And using screws allows us, it makes it a bit easier to hold the studs in place as you're trying to screw them in. The other reason, probably the bigger reason, is I don't have a framing nailer and I have lots of these screws. So we went with that route. So here you can see the top plate we just screwed into the beam, and then down on the floor we used treated lumber and we drilled some pilot holes, held it in place, and then marked and drilled into the concrete and screwed it down with concrete screws. Once we had those in place, we marked our stud locations and we cut each of these to fit, because this side over here was about 3/8 of an inch higher than over on this side where the wall would be, so it would have been hard to frame and then lift up into place. This way we cut each stud to fit, actually probably about 1/8 of an inch long, and then hammered it into place so it would stay when we put it in place, and then we toe nailed some screws in to hold it there. Now over on this side, you can see some more of the technological marvels of this house. They gouged out the beam, or sorry, the post, and they put the light socket into the beam, and then just ran the wires up the side. And if you look up here to make it even worse, there is, yeah, that's an inline electrical outlet that they actually had an extension cord plugged into that went to a socket in the wall. So now I'm going to clean all that up. I'm going to run the wires over the beam and come down the back side, and then move this light switch onto the wall here and get it away from the post. One of the other benefits of doing the wall the way we did, we ended up with studs on either side of this post. So if that was compromised in any way, which it most likely was, you can see it's split here, it's got this gouge in it. We now have studs on each side that are helping take that load. Over the doorway, I added a piece of strapping across the top plate. And while I hated to lose the height, because it is a low door anyway, when eventually I get around to framing in this ventilation ductwork on the other side, I needed this depth to make sure we could put the drywall across to cover it. Now, when I put strapping on, I'll be able to attach it like that there. There's still enough room to catch into the top plate, and it'll also have the added benefit of allowing me to pass wires through the opening that's going to create here. Obviously not going to do that in the doorway, but over here with all these wires, I'm going to be able to bring them down safely to a box. Now up into the ceiling, we use 2x3s to strap it. Normally you would just use 1x3 strapping. The reason we use 2x3s is that there's a lot of plumbing, a lot of electrical that we need space to work around, and so we decided to just lower the whole ceiling by that extra couple of inches and strap it that way. To help put these up, we were initially measuring it, but then Dad, this is why I have the guy around when I'm doing this stuff, he suggested we cut spacers, and we would just tack them into the joist, and then we could just butt our 2x3 up against it and screw it in place. So we would just tack these up to help get the spacing right for our strapping on the ceiling. Made things a lot quicker, and it makes it the exact same every time, so it's a lot straighter as well. Just a little side note here, I was doing some of the electrical work and I bought some wire nuts today, and in the package came this little adapter that goes into the drill. So you just drop this into your drill and drop your wire nut inside. And then all you have to do is hold your wires together and use the drill to thread on the wire nut. I don't know if these things have been in existence. I haven't seen them before, but I was pretty excited with that, and it works really well. So I'm going to try and find a link for that, and I'll put it down below. I highly recommend it. It made it so much easier to do this electrical work. That's a rundown of how we put this together. We're getting ever so close to getting this ready for drywall. I have a bit more electrical work to clean up, and then drywall, then the floor, then the tiles on the wall, then the cabinets, and sink and faucet. Stick with us. Hit subscribe, hit like, and we'll see you in the next video.